Well, joining us at MTTV, I'm glad to welcome Stott from ManSat, who's back on the Isle of Man. You've been giving evidence to a committee. I mean, you fly here, you fly back. You're very international, aren't you?
That sounds more glamorous than it is. It does, doesn't it? I know.
But you represent the Isle of Man in space. It's such an interesting subject. But obviously, there have been some concerns from government about the situation, what you do, how it fits in. What have you been able to tell them?
Well, and thanks, Paul. And happy to be here. It's nice to be here. Nice to be back home, actually. It's, I get to travel a lot. Global industry.
Indeed.
Nice.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Well, and I think what's happening is, it's the space industry. It's a complex industry. ManSat, for the last 12 years, we've been busy with our head down building this industry for the island. We brought 70 million to the Treasury in revenues, 35 new companies to the Isle of Man. 120 people working in the industry, 20 full-times, 100 people in and out. And sometimes we focus too much on work and we don't really focus on telling people what we do.
And this is it, isn't it? People just want to know. It's like the film industry, I think, as well. People know it's going on, but they don't understand what it's doing. I mean, so in layman's terms, tell me, what do you do for us as IOM PLC?
Oh, absolutely. Thank you. No, thanks, Paul. Well, what we do, it's sort of threefold at ManSat. A bit like the three legs. We always like to think of it that way. The first thing we do is the long-term one, which is the contract that we have with the Communications Commission. That is where we perform compliance and due diligence. Incredibly arcane, very niche, very not the most startling of thing to do, but for us fascinating. We perform regulatory due diligence on the International Telecommunications ITU filing process. So
people use the Isle of Man because obviously there's a tax benefit. I mean, let's be cut to the chase on this. I mean, they could pick anywhere, but they'll pick somewhere that's got a good tax structure, would you say?
Well, yes and no. Actually, interesting. No, thank you for bringing that up, because it is interesting. And there's 193 nations out there, about 200 if you include their other jurisdictions, chasing this business. And ManSat's out there winning this business for the Isle of Man on orbital filing. And that's what we do. They come for the strong regulatory compliance. Rule of law is massively important, especially in a world gone mad. We're an island of sanity in this regard. Our strong courts, our strong regulation. The tax benefits are definitely there. And yet, this week on the island, I also came over for the Space Data Association. There was a workshop from the International Institute of Space Commerce talking about the SDA and their work on the Isle of Man. But what's really interesting about that, there's this International Institute of Space Commerce, the Space Data Association, and recently the Satellite Interference Reduction Group. I know, glamorous names. But they are not-for-profit NGOs, non-governmental organizations. Out of these 193 countries, chose to put their operations, their headquarters, to incorporate on the Isle of Man, not for tax. They're for profit. They're not for profit. They don't pay tax. They're charities. So a bit of both.
Okay, ManSat, your company,
yes,
is for profit, and you've got this exclusivity with the Isle of Man government. And of course, anything like that's where you can hear the alarm bells ringing, because people think that's these monopolies. Is that good for us? Whatever. Have you convinced the committee that it is a good idea?
I hope so. And believe me, I fully understand. People hear the word exclusivity. They say, what's this, what's that, how's it working? And that's why we came to talk to the committee. I hope that we were heard with open ears. I always worried that there were preconceived notions going in, but that's why we came, to clear the air and to give an honest account of things.
Because you're going to say, of course, exclusivity is good, keeps you, fully on the market. I mean, competition can be good sometimes. I mean, you've had to sell the idea that it's not.
Well, exactly. And I think there, cutting to the chase a little bit, the market decides. If exclusivity is harming the Isle of Man, why are we doing so well? And I think there, when you've got those 193 countries, 200 with the jurisdictions, they're chasing the business of ostensibly 14 international satellite companies to come make these orbital filings. 193 countries chasing the business of 14. Most jurisdictions will have one company, maybe not. We have 4 of those 14 on the Isle of Man. We didn't make them come. They've chosen to come.
This is a cluster, is it?
Yes.
And other people are chasing this business, I know. I mean,
oh my gosh.
The Guernseys and
you saw the Guernsey report that came out recently in February, where Guernsey, for their economic development, highlighted ManSat and our relationship with the Commission as being one of the key foundations of growth in the Isle of Man space industry.